So we're doing some bumper work today. I don't know whether you know or have seen our vlogs, but we are getting a bit of a name for ourselves as being a bit cool with his bumpers. So Cara's taking that along every week and we're doing something a bit different. So that's this week's bumpers sorted. Other than that, everything else was pretty good from last week, so we should be good. Another little project to do, just got to get that fixed. Probably not much smaller than mine, but that's another project we've got to get sorted. But we should be ready for Buxton. So I was asked the question, why do we do what we do with the bumpers and stuff like that? Well, if we've got hammer right, we keep going. But long story short, I grew up liking Dave Beresford and Ray Tilsley and people like that. And I know they're stock car drivers, and Ian Higgins will probably admit there were a lot of pride and stuff went into stuff like that. I ain't pretending it's finished, because it certainly isn't, and we're probably never going to be the fastest. But we've just got some pride in what it looks like, and it means a lot. If we've got mechanical issues, we won't do along these lines. There's been a lot of time and effort put into this by me, Cara, our sponsors. So whenever we've got a chance, we keep it looking as good as we can. Cara's taking these bumpers on board now, so she can do that while I do some other bits, and that's why we do it. So into to why do we do it? That's it really, just pride. It's nice to have a nice looking kart when you go out. Simple as that.
So me and my dodgy fake tan, we're going racing again. Where are we today, Dobson?
The hills of Buxton.
Buxton, so 2 days before we go away, and we said we'll race, which is a strange choice. We're not doing the full weekend because, like I said, 2 days before we go away I've got packing to do, stuff like that, but Chris does have the attitude of, if I do really well I might race tomorrow, so we'll see. But yeah, weather's looking beautiful, carts working, so let's hope there's an ambulance on board today and should be a good day. Keep you updated.
See you soon.
See you. So we're 10 minutes off the track and we're actually on time. We get mugged off every single week for being late or pushing it very slim, don't we?
It's called having work commitments, but yeah, we are pushing it often.
We do tend to work and then race, so we don't ever use the excuse of us having to work for not racing unless it is completely undoable. But we've drove down to Northampton and all sorts after work. Yeah. So it was quite nice today, no work, just got rid of miniature and then drove through. So we're actually going to be about 3 hours early, so they might start it early. Once Dobbo's there, they might think, bloody hell, don't need to wait for anyone else now. He's always last one in pits.
So here's the first. Sunny Buxton, we're here. We're actually here that early. We can chill out and sit down for a while. Watching the drifting. Drinking the Monster. So first race, you'll see video. As in top two, me and Jessica Heath were walking away with it, half a lap in front with 3 laps to go, and yellows came out, and unfortunately we both got caught up. I then got a needless tap on the last bend that spun me, so I think we finished well outside points, but at least we finished. This is the end of the second race. Let me just tell you now, Jessica Heath, 77, is racing fantastically, really fast. Couldn't catch her, she left me standing, but we've just finished fourth. I could have possibly done a bit better. I made a couple of mistakes, but boom, fourth will do me. On it. That's it, that's a wrap. Wrapping up time, everything has its place. Gotta make sure it's all away properly, wedged in, get it back on cart, and away we go. Race 3 was just a typical final. A bit of confusion with a yellow that weren't a yellow, where all of us at front stopped. Everyone else caught us up a little bit. Feel sorry for Jessie, she were near enough at a standstill compared to the rest, so she really did get caught out. But the rest of us at front, we all slowed up for a yellow that never came, and everyone caught us up. should always go until the yellow, but there was some chat on thing. But then we just got caught in pack, got fairly hit. Unfortunately, it knocked me straight into Kirsty. We just ended up with a bit of a domino effect. She got stuck completely. We got going again, but we were never anywhere near after that. So we finished, but it's home time now. We're packing up. Cara, wave, packing up time. Soon be holiday, won't it? So thank you for everybody that came. Stubby, my dad, and everything. So we've just got home from Buxton. The conclusion, well, even though we got his first points ever at Buxton, it's always been a bit of a bogey track for us. So, I don't know. It's just one of them tracks that you think there's no mistakes, there's no allowance for mistakes. But we did well. So first race, me and Jessica Heath left the pack. We were a good half a lap, if not more, away from everyone else. There were just us two racing, and it looked like we were nailed on. If there hadn't been a stoppage route, we'd have definitely got first and second. She'd have been first. I couldn't catch her. She raced really well, and I congratulate her on that. But unfortunately, yellows came out. The rest of the pack caught us up. Shunted us about a little bit. We ended up still in the points until the last bend, when someone made a bit of a silly lunge with both of us in the points and spoilt it for us both. So we ended up crawling over the line about 16th, I think. Second race, we got a fourth. So best result we've ever had. Fantastic race again, all the way. Battling away at front of the pack for most of the race, but we had no yellows this time, so we continued. Jess again were really quick. I just got caught by Duddy and Carl Nunn, which are both strong. They are the best of the best, so I let them both through without too much aggro, trying not to affect my own race too much. So fourth, so brilliant. Bit of banter in, trying to change the scoreboard to make sure it didn't say fourth, but all good. Then the third race final, always a bit more tasty. Didn't start too well. We were late onto grid. We had problems with the race receiver. It's never a good thing to be late on. We literally got straight to front at grid and off we went. So there were no time to just take a breath. But again, we did all right. Jess got away again. Bit of a mix-up over some safety car, maybe not safe, the yellows, maybe not yellows. We all got a bit confused at front, but we carried on. I ended up leading 3 laps. So again, race pace were there. But in the end, again, we got dragged backwards a little bit. We got caught in an accident where someone hit us quite hard from behind, which, again, like I said, totally fair. It's contact. It were a good shunt. But unfortunately, someone were on our outside and we bounced straight into them. We got tangled together, and we both ended up in wall. We managed to get back out and finish the race. But by then, there were only a few behind us and a few retirements, which meant we ended up about 16th. So could have been a lot worse. But the kart, on a positive, took some hits today. No chain issues or anything like that. Didn't quite run as well after that hit in the final. We really had a problem with a bit of a bearing, and we should have changed it, but we didn't get time. And I think looking at the wheel when we've just pulled up at home, it looks like it had sort of pretty much given up. So that's probably where we got a bit of unsettledness after that shunt. But overall, top day. Led plenty of laps. Definitely should have got a first or second. Well, a second in first race if it hadn't been for race yellows. Got a fourth in second. Raced really well in final until that. So yeah, all good. Really enjoyable. More points. A fourth is, as we've just said, 1/4 is more points than what we've been getting when we've been getting points in every race in the meetings. So we've got to take as positives from that. So overall, all good. Come back with a smile. We're going on holiday soon, so we're not doing tomorrow's racing. So good luck to everybody that is. But other than that, yeah, fantastic. Thanks for everyone's help again today that helped. We really enjoyed it. So on that note, we will say see you on the conclusion. Next race up is Northampton's for the British, so that's on Shale. So we've got a bit of work to do. We've got a bearing and stuff to do when we get back off holiday, but we'll get it all sorted. We're just enjoying racing, so love it. See you there. On a bit of a side note, by the way, obviously the content in this race vlog ain't quite as full as normal. Didn't get any interviews or anything like that. I think Danny's vlog probably will say the same. Unfortunately, once we got racing, there was only us on and the juniors, so the turnaround times were quite big. Obviously, we had a problem with race receiver for the third race, so there weren't quite as much downtime to do a few jokey bits or interviews and stuff like that. So we've done as best we can with content, but obviously it is a little bit short just because that turnaround. But like I said, next up's Northampton. We'll try and get a few more interviews and just a bit of a lighter side to the rest of the racing. Other than that, like I say, all good. Silly.
Dobby is free.